Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming on really such short notice. And there is a reason why it was such short notice, because this sort of came together very quickly when I was in Israel about 10 days ago. As some of you know, Nitzan, right, who just came from Israel yesterday to spend a few days talking about her life with Harel, is the sister of a Shinshin that served in our community. Shinshin is a young Israeli person who comes from who comes to our community, not just to New York, but from all over. Nitzan served in Toronto for a year, and they come here at 18 to bring Israel to America and Canada and all over the world. Her sister Noam stayed in Marsha and my house for 3 months. We hosted her, but she was in our community for a full year. So this is how I know Nitzan and have remained very close with her family. And when I was in Israel, I contacted Noam just to see if we can get together with the family and just say hello, and found out about Nitzan's story, which I don't want to take her thunder. She'll tell you all about it. But it's a little hard to hear, very moving, and without further ado, I'll turn it over to her.
Hi. Okay. Hello, everyone. Shalom. I'm super thankful to be here, and I thank each one of you for coming tonight. It means the world for me. I thank Ofer and Marsha for hosting me and being my second family here. I came from a reason, but before that, I'll introduce myself. My name is Nitzan Basharti. I'm 21 years old. I'm a soldier myself in the Air Force. I'm a commander in Ovda base, which is right next to Eilat. Do you know Eilat? I guess you all know Eilat. So I serve there. It takes me about 6 hours to get to base. But it's worth it. It's worth the job. Very meaningful. I have an older sister. Her name is Noam. She was a Shinshinit here, as Ofer said. And a younger brother named Rif. My parents, Sigal and Roni, and I have a dog named Kai. And I grew up in Shoam, which is right by the airport. And today I'm going to tell you the story of Harel, my boyfriend. And yeah, I think we can start. So a little bit about Harel. Harel was born in October 20, 2001 in Netanya, Poleg. This is his beautiful family. This is Harel, the mini one you see here. He has an older brother named Omer, and his parents Sigal and David. Harel loves life. He loves to surf, he loves to play the guitar. Everything he wanted to do, he achieved. Like that. He was super stubborn to get things that he wanted. He wanted to know how to surf. He flew to Portugal by himself. He knew how to surf. He wanted to know how to ride a motorcycle. He studied how to ride a motorcycle. He bought the craziest motorcycle you can ever imagine, a Kawasaki, huge one, like he's riding the motorcycle for 50 years. He just got the license. And Harel knew he's going to be a combat soldier from a very young age. Not only that, he also knew he's going to be an officer. He loves being in control. He loves leading people. He also loved the challenge in life. And he wasn't scared. For 1 second, I never saw Harel scared of anything. He always wanted to explore people, the world, new challenges. And here you can see David, his father, gives him his Bahad Echad, that's how it's called. It's the officer pin you get when you finish the training of being officers. Here you can see him with his friends. And here there is a fun story. This dog you see here called Chupapi. In one of the operational jobs and missions Harel did in the West Bank, he saw a dog. And I'm going to talk a lot about dogs today because Harel loves pets, animals, dogs. And he saw this dog and he told his soldiers, guys, we're going to take this dog and we're going to save him. And the second he told them that, they left so bad. They didn't even think he was serious. But they actually took this dog, called him Chupapi, and saved his life. And this is a mini story that Harel told me when we just met, and I was like falling in love with it. So yeah. I'll take you back to July 2023. My sister, Noam, the one we talked about that was a Shinshinit here, she was an officer as well in Seyret Givati. She was responsible for all the documents and for all the soldiers to get their rights. So if you have good terms with my sister, you're in a good place. That's a good thing. And Harel did. Harel definitely did. They were a very, very good friend. And in one of the days, they had a random phone call. They talked about work, about soldiers, about random things. And by the end of the call, Harel told my sister, Noam, help me find someone. You know what I like. You know me the best. And he gave her a basket full of things that he wants to have in a girl, to experience life with. And as my sister tells me, it was 100% me. I don't know. I believe her because my sisters, we are very different, but she knows me the best. And not only that, she also told Harel, you know, you have to talk with my sister. You just described her and you're so similar that it's crazy. You have to send her a message. You have to do something. I think this is the girl you're talking about. Harel sent me a message and he took me out. We ate ice cream in Tel Aviv by the port. Two young soldiers living life, falling in love that quickly. The first thing I saw was his big smile with his big teeth that I fell in love with. And yeah, it was quick. It was very quick. And a month and a half later, we became a couple. There's a video here of Harel and I on a motorcycle. This is the last ride we had on the motorcycle. Harel was super stubborn to take me all the way to Tel Aviv to catch my shuttle bus to base. So luckily for me, we had a very long drive and Sunday morning through all the traffic of Tel Aviv. You can see him with his combat uniform, and I'm having the best time. There are a few pictures of us. Harel and I also love dogs, and on one of the Shabbats, Saturday days, we went to SOS Pets to volunteer, to be with the dogs. And another funny thing about Harel that he did was he saw this dog called Emilio in the corner of the room by himself, super sad. He decided that he's not going anywhere until a family will take Emilio out for a walk and maybe consider to adopt him. He was so stubborn. He was so stubborn, and he stayed there with Emilio, and he didn't let him go until a family took Emilio out for a walk and adopted him. And that is another nice story about him. This is, we love build Lego together. And The picture you see right here is at my house. That's the evening of October 6th, the last normal evening that we had together. I had my friends over, Harel came, it was a very fun night, and we had no idea what will happen tomorrow morning. So the morning of October 7th, a difficult one. We woke up in my house, Harel was in my house, and I woke up from Teva Adom, sirens going on. Harel slept like a baby. Nothing can wake him up. But I woke up, and he also had a lot of phone calls on his phone. A lot of phone calls, because he's an officer. He has a lot of responsibility. And in situations like this, his phone is blowing up. Not only that, I'm 21, he's 22. People our age, a lot of people our age, were missing. And our WhatsApp group chats exploded with pictures of people, names, phone calls, different phone numbers. People were looking for their loved ones. It was very hard to know what's going on. Even the news reporter were confused. It was crazy. But in all of that mess, in all of that balagan, Harel keeps calm, and he knew exactly what to do. Like, he prepared his whole service to this moment. He hugged me, he said goodbye to my parents, he told me, Nitzan, something serious is happening. Just by looking at the sky out of my balcony, he knew. He said goodbye to us. He knew that something serious is happening. He drove all the way up to Netanya, his house, to get all of the equipment he had, and then drove all the way to Nahal Oz. Looking back, it's very scary that he drove all the way south to Nahal Oz. But luckily, he got there safely. And I will take you to Nahal Oz. So Nahal Oz is a kibbutz in the Gaza Strip. People there got very hurt. And Harel did amazing things there. So I'll start with the more than 150 kids he saved. These are stories we heard after his death. Harel he didn't talk about it at all. He didn't want us to get worried. He kept everything to himself. He told, I'm not a hero. I'm not a gibor. Not at all. I'm just doing my job. Many, many families. He saved a lot of families. And I want to tell you one of the stories of one family that came to the Shiva. The mother of the family held my hand and told me the story. So her name is Nurit, and the father is Zohar, and they have 3 kids. The morning of October 7th, they were in shelter, and they closed the door, and they didn't open it for hours. Zohar, the father, was on the door, not letting anyone go out or go in. And then Sayeret Givati, which is this flag, you can see here, came to Nahal Oz. Okay, Harel was one of them. Harel led his Team Itach, called by his last name, and they arrived to Zohar and Nurit's shelter, and Harel knocked on the door. He's always at the front because he's the officer, he's leading the team. He knocked on the door and he said, Sayeret Givati, open the door, Sayeret Givati. And Zohar didn't open the door because there were terrorists going around saying the same thing. How can you believe that? And then Zohar said, tell me your number. Tell me your ID number. Each soldier have his own number. And then Harel said, Harel Itach, 856, blah, blah, blah. He said the full number, and then Zohar opened the door. When Zohar told us the story, he told us the number by heart. He knew it by heart. He remembers Harel's number. What also he said was that the second he opened the door, he saw a big smile. The smile with the teeth I talked about a second ago, that smile. The smile you fell in love with, the smile you know you're in a good place. the middle child of Zohar and Nurit immediately hugged Harel, and now they're very safe, living in Modi'in, wishing to go back to Nachal Oz. But this was one of many stories we heard after Harel passed away. Harel also saved bodies that almost got kidnapped. So I'm sure you heard a lot of stories about the kidnapping part. And the terrorists tried to kidnap even bodies on carts. Harel saw a very big group of terrorists trying to kidnap them, and they actually stopped them and they saw them and they stopped them. And it was amazing to hear that in seconds, everything can change. In seconds, the number of kidnapped people could be higher. And that was such a meaningful action to do. And of course, dogs. So Harel didn't give up on the dogs he saw in Kibbutz Nachal Oz. These are authentic pictures he sent me on my WhatsApp chat with him. So here you can see him after, I think it was an operational mission. He looks super tired. Here, because he's the commander, he's the officer, he's managing to sit on a couch and tell everyone what to do and operate the whole event. But here as well, you can see him very tired. You can see the soldier here looking for anything outside of the window, keeping everything safe. And here you can see pets, the pets that we have in our houses. And he was responsible for them, to keep them safe and give them food and water. And it's amazing to see that even in those difficult times, Harel saw, we call it in Hebrew, the transparent, like anashim hashkufim, the hachaim hashkufim, like the transparent life. Even pets, they were so important for him. And it's amazing to see that. So that was Nachal Oz. And I'm going to take you through the timeline when I saw Harel before the event happened. So at first we have 16th of October, Be'er Sheva. After a few weeks, I saw my boyfriend, and he celebrated his birthday. All my plans were gone, but at least I saw him. We ate sushi. I gave him balloons from the train. I bought there in a shop. I took him to a hairdresser, a friend of my father. My father is a hairdresser. So he gave him a free haircut in Be'er Sheva. And this was us, two young soldiers. I'm with my Air Force uniforms. He's with his. Seeing each other, I was in a dream. I was so happy during that time. So after Be'er Sheva, October 22nd, Harel surprised me. I was in another Air Force base. I was the only commander, and I had so many soldiers to take care of. I felt sick. I felt like I need to go home. I felt lost. And Harel was there to support me, even during the difficult time of a war, when I have a lot of responsibility and things to do, and he has a lot of responsibility and things to do. It was so important for him to be there for me. So we FaceTimed, and then he flips the camera, and I see the entrance of my base. And he asked me, "This is your base, right?" And I was like, "What are you doing here?" I was so surprised. And this, looking back, I'm so thankful we had that time. We were very stubborn to see each other. We didn't give up on every second we had. As you can see, I was very, very excited. October 24th, Itai. So Itai is the name of my friend, Itai Marziano, who got killed on October 7th. He also jumped out of bed, went straight to the Gaza Strip to save many lives. And during the battle in front of the terrorist, he lost his life. This is Itai. Because I have a job with a lot of responsibility and we barely have time to be home, I wasn't able to be in the funeral or the Shiva. I didn't even visit his grave at that time. And Harel saw it was very hard for me because I lost a good friend and I wasn't able to be part and participate in the events and hug the family and anything. So 3 days before Harel entered Gaza, he told me, Nitzan, you have to go. You need to do it for yourself. I had 2 days at home, and he wanted me to do it there. I wanted to do it there. But the thing he told me, one condition he had, you're not doing it alone. You're not going to his grave by yourself. This is not the time to do so. And I told him, Harel, all of my friends are in the army. I'm not taking one of my family members because they don't know Itai. It will feel odd. I don't want to put them in this position. And Harel, he was stubborn. He told me, okay, I'm coming. It was 9 p.m. He drove all the way from next to Be'er Sheva, it's called Mishmar HaNegev, all the way up to Shoam, where I live. And he came with me to Itai's grave. And again, looking back, it's crazy to think that we had this situation in an IDF cemetery. He explaining me what's special about my friend that he doesn't even know him. And I have goosebumps talking about it. So it's amazing how important it was for him to be there with me. You can see it every time. He always sees the small, tiny, little things in his family, friends, me as his girlfriend, and even pets. So he came to my house. It was at night. We went to the cemetery, and then my parents decided to feed him well. So this is a picture I have from my house that he ate very well. 3 days later, October 27th, Harel entered Gaza. So here are some pictures of Harel from round one in Gaza, northern Gaza. And this is a picture of my friend Yuval. She's a paramedic in the Gaza Strip. She met Harel there, and this was the first picture I got of him after long weeks. I haven't heard from him. It was amazing. The feeling in my body was, he's smiling, everything is okay. I was so excited. And here you can see Shati, and also another story with a dog. There is a camp in north of Gaza called Machane Shati, Camp Shati. And Harel found this dog, beautiful female dog that he decided he's not going to give up on. He called her Shati by the place he found her. And Shati actually came to the funeral, and we saw her, and she's now adopted. It's amazing to see how life continues for things that were so important for him. Whoops. So a month later, Harel is coming back. I wake up and I get this video. This is a video when they went back to Israel. Okay, this is in Ma'avar Erez. You can hear Harel saying Ma'avar Erez, which means I'm on my way back. I'm gonna see you soon. And I was so excited after long weeks without talking to him because he didn't have service or phone. And after a lot of weeks of concern and worry, I finally get this video and he's coming back. Whoops. So these are a few pictures. he looks like a 30 years old here because of the long hair and the mustache and everything. And another fun fact about Harel, which if he knew I'm talking to you and telling about you, and I would not mention the cinnamon rolls, no. So I have to mention that. Harel loves cinnamon rolls. I don't know if he fell in love with the cinnamon rolls or me, but my only talent is to make and bake cinnamon rolls. Really, I love it, and he loves it more than I do. And the second I watched the video, I made those, and he ate all of them. He ate like 8 of them. It's only 1 plate. So this is, he even called me Cinnabon. This is how we say it in Hebrew, Cinnabon. He even called me that. So he loved it. And we will share the recipe through the Shinshinim, and you are more than welcome to make it to honor his memorial. Okay, and then we have the last time we were together, which was December 1st. So December 1st, I, again, was so excited to see Harel. I picked him up, and I made him, in Hebrew we call it Aruchat Melachim, which is like king breakfast. I made him this huge breakfast. I was so excited. This was at my house. Here we were at his house. We were playing the guitar, singing together, eating with his family. Felt like a dream. And I knew he's going back very soon to Gaza, to round 2. And round 2 was in the southern part of Gaza, which is way more difficult. And I knew the risks. I was aware. I have also an operational job in the Air Force, but I'm aware to the information. I know what's going on there. Harel tried to be transparent with me. He didn't want me to worry that much, but round 2 was hard. But I counted on him. What else I can do? I knew that the best people that can protect us and be there is people like Harel. He trained so much. He waited for this moment. He's leading his team to do the best thing they know how to do. And the only thing I could do is to count on him and wait and support. So these are pictures from Gaza round 2. 20 of December, 15. Here you can see them after they made a big dinner for them. This is Harel here with the plate. Here you can see him inside of the tank. And a fun fact is that he's always had my hair tie on his hand. So in every picture I got after his death, I saw the hair tie everywhere till the last day. And here in this picture, you can see Harel very tired with Brano, his soldier. Brano is Ethiopian, and when the event happened, Brano lost his life as well at the moment. So this is a nice picture of them together. So December 22nd was the day everyone's life continued and mine stopped. It started very, very good. I got a message. I woke up in the morning and got a message from a guy named Yaakov. He texted me, "Hello, Nitzan, my name is Yaakov. I was under Itach," that's how they called him, Harel force for the last few weeks, and he has something for you. Can you come to Bet Shemesh to pick it up? I saw it in the morning. I was, wow. I'm so excited. Of course I'm coming. I drove all the way to Bet Shemesh, and I got a letter from Harel on a Palestinian newspaper. A few hours later, I came home. I framed it in a new frame I had in my room. And I was so excited. It was so authentic. And then I got the phone call. It was right before dinner, right before Kiddush at Yom Shishi. And I have an interview I want to share with you. Whoop.
נפצע קשה בח'אן יונס לפני שהם נאלצו לקבוע את מותו לפני ההודעה על פציעתו, בת הזוג שלו, ניצן, קיבלה דווקא סימן מעודד. זה מכתב שהוא שלח לה על נייר עיתון מתוך הרצועה, ובה הוא כתב כמה הוא אוהב אותה ומתגעגע אליה. שלום ניצן.
שלום.
את המכתב בעצם כבר הספקת למסגר. תוכלי להקריא לנו אותו בבקשה?
בטח. זה המכתב בעצם שקיבלתי ביום שישי, כמה שעות לפני שקיבלתי את הטלפון להגיע לסורוקה. מרוב התלהבות התרגשות, ישר הסגרתי אותו במסגרת דקה שהייתה לי בחדר. בעצם הוא כתב, היפה שלי, אני יושב פה באיזה בית בח'אן יונס בשעה 11:25, מטפץ פה על ספה נוחה של ערבים ושמירה על הבית ועל החיילים. בימים האחרונים יוצא לי לחשוב עלייך יותר מתמיד, והדול והטלפון לא עובדים כי אין קליטה. וואו, איזה כתב מכוער יש לי, שוב נגמר הזמן, אין לי מי שיביא לך את זה חייב ללכת, אוהב מלא ומתגעגע.
וישר מסגרת את זה, ישר מתוך הרגע המאושר הזה שהבנת שאת רוצה לזכור את זה.
מיד, זה גם נראה כל כך אותנטי על עיתון פלסטיני שהוא באיזה לורד שהוא שלף, וזה נותן תקווה כזה להסתכל על זה ולחכות שהוא יחזור. כן.
אבל בתוך כמה שעות קיבלת הודעה שהוא נפצע, ויצאת ישר לבית החולים.
אז את המכתב מסגרתי בערך אחר הצהריים, זה בשעה 4, וכבר 3 שעות אחרי זה קיבלתי את השיחה והתחלתי את הדרך שלי לסורוקה.
איך עובר עלייך השבוע הזה כשאת נמצאת שם לידו כשהוא במצב קשה ולא ברור אם משהו השתנה והוא הצליח לצאת מזה?
מזעזע. זה הסיוט הכי גדול שלי, זה להיות בין שמיים בארץ, זה חוסר ודאות מוחלט. באיזשהו שלב כבר לא ידעתי מה אני מעדיפה, שיהיה איזושהי ודאות ויגידו לי אם הוא חי או מת, או מה, כאילו להיות בין האחוזים של הסיכויים שהם גם לא גבוהים כל כך, זה היה בלתי נסבל, אבל זה שבוע שהוא מלא בתקווה, בתפילות, בחיזוקים, ואת כל האנרגיות שלי הקדשתי רק לו, וניסיתי לנתב את זה לשם.
מתי בעצם נפל לך האסימון שכנראה שזה נגמר?
זה היה ביום שבת, ישנתי בטיפול נמרץ, כזה על מזרן על הרצפה, והאמת שקמתי מצרחות והמון רעש, כי הודיעו שזה השעות האחרונות של הראל. אז כשכל הגוף שלי עדיין רדום, זינקתי והבנתי שזהו. הדבר הראשון שעשיתי זה להתקשר לאבא שלי, להגיד לו, אבא, שעות האחרונות, תגיע. וגם שם היה חשוב, עד היום אני לא משלימה עם זה, אבל היה לי חשוב להעביר להראל את האנרגיה השקטה הזו, שהנשמה שלו תעלה למעלה בשלווה, ושהוא ילך לנוח כמו שצריך.
בעצם הייתה לך הזדמנות להיפרד ממנו.
כן, הוא ממש נלחם 8 ימים, הוא נתן לנו זמן להיפרד ממנו ולהיות ליד המיטה שלו, ושרתי לו ודיברתי איתו וצחקתי. עשיתי הכל וקיוויתי והתפללתי, אבל אלוהים מצא אחרת.
ניצן, גם חודש אחרי את מדברת בכזה רוגע ובשקט, את מצליחה להבין מאיפה גייסת באותם ימים את הכוחות? להיות במצב הזה את הכוחות?
זו שאלה טובה. אני חושבת שנטו מהראל, מהקשר שלי ושלו, אני חושבת שהתקופה הזאת והמלחמה הביאה אותנו לקצה, שאפילו לא חשבנו שנגיע אליו, קצה של אהבה והתאהבות ודאגה. עשינו הכל בשביל עוד דקה ביחד, וגם הדקות האלה בבית חולים, גם האחרונות, גם הימים הארוכים, הקדשתי כל זמן שיכולתי להיות לידו ולתמוך בו ולהעביר את האנרגיות שלי אליו והתמיכה מרחוק, שאנחנו היינו מעולים בה, גם כשהוא היה בפנים בעזה ואין בעצם תקשורת.
אבל הצלחתם, הנה המכתב הזה הוא הוכחה שמצאתם את התקשורת במקומות הכי קשים שיש.
חד משמעית. התקשורת שלנו, שלי ושל הראל, ממש טובה. זה קצת מנחם אותי, כי אני אומרת שאנחנו עדיין מתקשרים עם סימנים או עם חלומות. תמיד אני מחפשת אותו, והוא מגיע לפעמים.
ניצן, נשארתי. תודה רבה לך שדיברת איתנו ושלום ודיוצה.
תודה רבה.
So as I said in the video, I got the newspaper, I framed it in my room, I was so excited. And then a few hours later, I got a phone call from Harel's mother asking me, do you know what happened? I heard something happened. And I told her I checked. 2 minutes later, she's calling me again, telling me, Harel is injured very, very bad. Come to Soroka. And my father took the car, drove all the way to Beersheba, to Soroka. I was the first one to arrive. I opened the doors there like crazy, asking the doctor, where is my boyfriend? Where is Harel? What happened to him? Is he alive? And Harel fought for full 8 days for his life in the hospital. Those times there, for a 21 young girl that has just started life and started the love of my, Harel is the love of my life. We planned so many things together. You get a lot of proportions in this war. You wanna do everything. In Hebrew we say you wanna litrof et haolam. You wanna do anything. And we planned so many things together. We wanted to travel. He even talked about a ring and a wedding, and I was like, wow, we're gonna have the best future together. And during those 8 days, all I'm thinking about is you have to get out of it. You have to get out of it. And I'm praying and I'm hoping and as I said, I'm transferring all of my energies to him, and I talk to him. I sing to him. And I'm hoping. I'm just there. I'm not leaving his bed. I'm sleeping on a mattress on the floor, and I'm waiting for good news. And they didn't come, unfortunately. And after 8 days, the doctor said, this is Harel last hours. He didn't survive. It was hard. It wasn't hard to get this message. On a Saturday morning at 6 o'clock, I jumped out of the mattress, and I realized this is the last times together, and I have to say goodbye. And there are another few stories I would like to share with you. So first of all, this is my room in the army, and I have here pictures of Harel that I put during the war, just to look at and have hope and waiting for him to come back, because I missed him so much. And now everything became a memory. Now going to base is very hard for me to see those pictures, because I'm not waiting for anyone. I'm just looking at him and knowing he's gone. And these are just memories. I also had a birthday on December 14, a few days before it happened, a week before it happened. And I got a letter from one of his friends that he wrote me to my birthday. And I have it till today, of course. And when he had a birthday, I also wrote him a card. And I don't know how, but he cried, and Harel is never crying. He told me I got a few tears, and he actually sent me this video of him sleeping with the note under his pillow. Very happy to have it. And after Harel's death, we got a lot of his stuff. And one of the things the officers came to me and prepared me to get is this note. Harel had this note on his uniform. And when he got injured, it was still on him, on his uniform, on his vest. And I got it back, and I have it now folded with a bit of blood of his. But it was very important for him. Even those last times, I was there. And the black bag you see here is a bag that I also got back. It's on my birthday, I decided to give him a gift, because that's what I like. I love to give more than get. And I put a lot of things there, like my perfume and a note from me, and gummies, because he loved it.
and Ferrero because he loves chocolate. And what I got back is a bag with a bit of Ferrero. I saw he ate them. And the card with his fingerprints, the black fingerprints, because he was messing around with oil and things there. It wasn't easy for me to get all those things back because everything became a memory of Harel. I'm doing this right now because Harel and Harel, just Harel, loved life, loved to live, loved to laugh, loved to celebrate life, loved to explore the world, help people. And as I wrote here, he committed his life to make this world a better place. Like God decided to create Harel just for that. And what I want you to take from this hour that I'm talking, I want to put a little Harel in each one of you. And I want each one of you to take Harel home with you. And I want you to wake up tomorrow morning and have Harel in your mind and make this world a bit better. A bit better. Because this is what Harel wants. This is how he lived. This is what he sacrificed his life for. And right, you're not in Israel at the moment, and you cannot be in Gaza and protect Am Israel. But what you're doing here is a lot, and it means the world to me. Even when you're sitting here and listening to Harel's story, it means the world to me. And what I want you to take from here is Harel's big smile with the teeth I fell in love with. And smile to the people you see in the grocery store, and help whoever you can. Because this is what Harel wanted. He wanted you to celebrate life and keep your heads up, even during those difficult times. And be there for each other like he was there for me. And this is what I'm doing. I'm focusing on remembering Harel because this is the only thing I have to do. Continue his life. Continue. I feel like I live for him. In his last hours, I took the stethoscope, put it in my ears. I put one arm on his heart, the other one on mine. And our heartbeat synced. And I felt like my heart is beating for him. And I'm continuing Harel's way. And we have a lot of ideas, the family and I, that we want to do. Scholarships, memorial shirts, Viewpoint in Israel, surfing club, kids book, and a lot of more. And we also made a sticker that you are more than welcome to take and stick wherever you can, in cool places, in your house, in your office, wherever you want. Take a picture and share it with me because I would love to see it. And everything for you to have the mini Harel I talked about, to make your day better, to make the world better, to keep his light and his way and his smile alive. Because this is the only thing we can do for someone like him that gave his life to Israel. And this was the only thing he thought about, other people's life. So yeah, this is what I'm focusing about at the moment. And I'll continue my whole life to do so. And I wanted to tell you that I'm so grateful to be here. And there is an opportunity for you, an option if you can donate and give any amount just to help us remember Harel and commemorate his memorial. I would appreciate it a lot. And I wanted to thank you for being here and listening and supporting Israel. As a soldier, as 21 years old from Israel, I appreciate it so much. I love you. אני אוהבת אתכם. And that's it. Thank you so much. תודה רבה.
Thank you, Nitzan. I think that every one of us wants to hug her, and maybe you will. I just want to say a couple things also, in addition to everything that Nitzan had to say. That during this war, we've lost about 250 soldiers, maybe more by now. Nitzan's story about Harel is just one of those stories. So you can imagine that there are 250 stories like this, that every person who has fallen in this war left behind a girlfriend, a boyfriend, parents, children, wives, and they're very difficult stories, and their legacies have to continue somehow. They're all very special people who have given their lives to defend Israel and to defend us as well. So I know that Nitzan mentioned that she wants to raise some funds to be able to do what she can to keep Harel's memory alive. I'm not sure exactly how we'll do it, but I know that we will. We'll create some sort of fund, and we'll raise the funds that she needs to do what she needs to do, and we'll get the money to her in the right direction. So thank you all for coming tonight. Would you like to take some questions?
Yeah, of course.
Does anyone have any questions for Nitzan? I think they're all sort of stunned. Not just by your story, but by your beauty.
תודה רבה.
Thank you all.
תודה לך.
תודה רבה.
תפהפייה, בפני ומבחוץ. שלום ייתן לך כוח להמשיך. מספיק. כולם רוצים אותך.
תודה.
I don't know you, but I think one of the questions you can ask, and one thing that helped me when my wife who passed not long ago, myself and my kids,
Yeah.
whenever there's an important decision, we always say to decide what to do, what would Linda do? In your case, you can say, what would Harel do? And I think if you were to ask him now, what would you want me to do? And he would say exactly what you're doing. So you're not just doing it because you made the decision. This is something I'm sure he would have wanted you to do. And I commend you for that. You've done a wonderful job. And we all felt part of your life.
Thank you so much.
You expressed yourself very well. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
ניצן, אני מדברת עברית.
היי.
אני רוצה...
תודה רבה.
הראל בחר בנשמה כמוך, כי רק נשמה כמוך, שכל כך בוגרת, את כל כך בוגרת, בלי שתרצי, את התפגרת, בלי שבחרת, אבל בחרת בנשמה נכונה, והזמן הקצר שהיה לכם ביחד, זה לעולם ועולם, ואת עשית מה שצריך, ואת חזקה, ואת יודעת מה כל הכבוד. רק תמצאי את הכוח בפנים, הוא יהיה איתך. הוא יהיה איתך וישתן את הכוח. זה לא קל. זה לא קל. ושלא יגידו לך, הזמן עושה את שלו. זה סתם קלישה. זמן זה זמן. אבל היום זה עכשיו, זה פה ואת פה, ואת עושה את מה שאת מרגישה שאת ויש לך הרבה כוח מהאנשים שרואים את זה, זה ייתן לך כוח להמשיך. את מקסימה.
תודה. מה שמך? סינה. תודה.
לכבודך ממש. אני מקווה שאני אוכל לראות אותך
understood
Yeah.
what you said, and
ניצן, רק אני איתה, אז מה שהיא אמרה לך, אני לא אוסיף אותו, כי מעל quick question, איך האנגלית שלך כמו בשפת אם? לא, like שפת אם. אנגלית מאוד טובה. How can it be? לא, איך? עם האקסנט? אולי בגלגול הקודם, maybe she was like, so what?
היא עשתה שנת שירות,
זה לא
אז זה
קשור, גם
חיזק
אני הייתי
לה.
פה בגיל 20. למדתי בקולג' ויש לי אקסנט every
את מקנאה?
ניקולודיון ודיסני.
That's why.
you have a great teacher.
לא, מה זה? מה זה? הג'יניוס? נכון, זה את מלאך. You're an angel. You and הראל.
כן,
ניקח.
בהחלט.
אני לא יכולתי, יש לי... מה זה חתיך עולם? גם את יפהפייה, אבל עוד חתיך? קחי.
אלוהים כותב את הפרחים הכי יפים.
I want to adopt a dog tomorrow. I'm actually going to adopt a dog tomorrow. Say, oh, thank you. I'm so sorry. Of course, thank you. I'm at a big bank and I'm just bringing gas and I God bless you. Stay strong and thank you. He's so lucky.
She only till tomorrow, and then she's going to Toronto, back to Israel. She has to go back to her base. I think she's out for 10 days. To here? Oh, well, actually, I took her to meet the Shaliach at the JCC, and he was very impressed with her. She felt that she knew, and everybody was very impressed, and he asked her if she would consider eventually becoming a sheikhah, who is, someone who was in charge of this whole Shin operation in New York or maybe in Toronto, whatever. Right. Yeah. I'm totally connected with her.
Okay. I wanted to know how the foundation, whatever you do.
The fund.
People, the fund, how do we...
It's going to be like any other fund at the shul.
So who,
Right.
how are you going to...
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow you're going to...
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll speak to Eileen tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow the place is closed.
Okay, I'll talk to her on the phone. Yeah.
But we should do it, yes. She's amazing. She is amazing.
And it's going to, as it turns out, it's going to be nothing with nothing. I'm not sure that there will be even snow, but who knows? You never know.
Who knows? You never know.
בבקשה, חופש.
Good.